All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of GAR Capital. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to join me this morning and every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and begin. What you're seeing in front of you is our live market blog. I'm the one that's on it. Also, Nick is on sometimes in some of the staff, but for the most part, I'm on it. So again, if you like these YouTube videos and you enjoy our tweets and you enjoy our Instagram posts, feel free to join us. This is free as well. You just go to www.gar.capital/pricing. We also have our other plans. But again, if you just want to kind of see how we are in terms of our Discord channel, give us a click here on Get Free Plan. It is the free market blog. We'd love to have you on board. Again, the site is www.gar.capital/pricing. Get you here. So again, I put all the news up there, everything I see that's important. Put a couple of charts up there talking about the markets, giving out a freebie or two with some information. So again, we'd love to have you on board, especially my YouTube guys. Thanks again for watching. Okay, so Dow futures down 36 points. NASDAQ down about 0.51%. S&P down 0.31%. Getting a little backup boost this morning towards the tail end of the hour. Russell 2000 futures, that's down about 0.70%. 3.759 on a 10-year yield, 14.13 on the VIX. Not exactly fear out there. We're going to take a look at that too. That's up 1.80%. Crude oil bouncing off of the inventories report yesterday, 69.41. We had more of a buildup in terms of oil expectations in terms of inventory. $2.59 for gasoline futures. That's up. Gold is down 19.46, down about 1%. Never got above 2,000. So silver 23.53, down about 2.39%. Copper $3.86. Euro dollar is up 31 pips, 106.31. We traded that this week. I'm looking for a level here. I'm looking for 109. That's the break I'm looking for. If we can get above 109, that's above the 50-day moving average, clearing it. So upward momentum. And then, of course, our target would be right around 111 to around 111.69. Unfortunately, the Forex market is not giving us opportunities to swing long term without having a very wide stop. So again, we're just going to kind of adjust ourselves and try to catch profits as quick as we can. Example, we had NASDAQ long. That hit 110 points overnight. It started fading, but I went ahead and let everyone know once we were at 50 points because it was already late in the evening. I said, let me see futures. At this point, we're sitting back and see if we get this push. We're up 50 points on it. So again, you can always close when you wish. So that's up to you guys. But again, it did hit flat stop overnight. So even if you held, you didn't lose anything. But if you started sliding some profits, 110 is how high we got. We got in at 15,125. Let's see if we get a chance to get down to 15K. 15K will be my next level on NQ to buy the dip. Fortunately, it looks like we may not even get there. Let's take a look now at Tesla. I posted a note here on Twitter and the blog on that. Let me go over it for you. And again, I talked about this yesterday. I said this on the note. Talked about this on YouTube this morning. That was yesterday. We technically filled that gap to 260.173 overnight. We got a downside gap at 235.06. 265.09 is your 38.2 fib line. I expect us to pull back after 13 consecutive green sessions on Tesla. I love Tesla, but we're due for a pullback. It closed red yesterday. But again, we're just watching for the opportunity. Short term, we're looking for 235, which is about a 9% pullback. That's more for people who want to buy shares than anything else. In terms of options, we may not even get there immediately. You could see that fib line of 265.09. We rejected it pretty cleanly and pulled back. Some of the members did catch that. Again, it's right here. If we would have broke above, I have an alert there. But again, you have a gap here. We are at 249. So again, I can't say that, oh, we're tanking either. Just a little bit of a pullback. Not a big deal. But that's where we are currently. And even that's bouncing. You can see NASDAQ futures starting to bid a little bit here. I do have QQQ calls as well. We were up about, I think we got to 34% yesterday. And again, I expect this to be bought right at that 51-hour MA. If we go to the 4-hour, you can see we're bouncing off the 20 MA. So again, let's use that 20 MA on the 4-hour as kind of our support. We haven't broke below that since the early part of June. And again, that was bought up. So every time we've kind of sliced below that 20-day MA, there's a dip to be bought somewhere. So at least for on Qs this time. So we're going to keep an eye on that. And again, what you're looking for is the target around 372.26. If we get a little more upside, that is your 23.6 fib line. We did fill this gap already, so we can go ahead and remove this. But you can see that would be the March highs of 372.26 on NASDAQ at this point. I mean, what's going to take for the market to fall now? I mean, we just had FOMC yesterday, and we were actually green, and then we are down about 0.40% on NASDAQ. Not exactly the worst thing in the world. Look where we started on Monday. So again, 14,745 to where we are now. That's about 400 NASDAQ points from Monday. So, take that as what you wish. But again, kind of difficult to see a scenario where we're going to get like some kind of tank job unless we have a black swan event. Even North Korea sent out a missile yesterday, and that's not even enough to tank this market. I would have thought that with Powell, we would start filling some gaps to the downside, at least short term. We didn't get that. So what's next, Bears? We're running out of excuses here for the Bears. China names are strong today because they had a stimulus. Let me go ahead and read you that on the note. Here we go. We'll go down to the bottom here. Here's some of the market risk news. Here it was China. The main focus. Let's see. I thought I had it here. Yeah. As a result, bad economic statistics from China, and China, I believe, did some kind of stimulus or they cut back rates, and that's why we're bouncing. And Alibaba's bouncing too because Jack Ma was actually seen in public, so he's not a hostage or anything, thankfully. But we're getting a little bit of a bounce there, at least on the China names. What else we got? Bitcoin down 24,855. That's down about 4%. Ethereum 1634. So you're not at the point of massive speculation either. Remember, capital will always flow to the highest yielding instruments in a bull market. So we know that Bitcoin and crypto is pretty much the highest beta you can get. High beta meaning that it moves completely sharply from the S&P in terms of move. So again, if the S&P is down about 1%, Bitcoin will be down about 2 or 3% as an example. So again, that's what I mean by high beta. So we're not there at the point of extreme greed where you're seeing a ton of speculation. People are buying NFTs again. I think once you start hearing NFTs kind of pull their head out of the sand, that's when you start seeing that we're getting a little frothy. So I still think we got more upside to go. Bitcoin's a very good barometer for that. If Bitcoin was up to 40,000, I'd be a little worried about the frothiness, meaning that we're getting a little too high too fast on the S&P and NASDAQ. But showing that Bitcoin is down could be a rotation out of crypto, at least short term. Could be some of the Binance headlines. Remember that with the SEC. Could be some of that. But what I'm seeing is that stocks right now seem to be where capital is flowing, mostly mega cap tech, but not into speculative instruments like Bitcoin. So again, keep an eye on Bitcoin. Again, if we break above 30, then we'll kind of use that as a marker moving forward. But we're not there yet. So could we get cheaper prices on Bitcoin? Hey, if we start getting below 20,000, we'll have a conversation about buying some more. Until then, best bet is to DCA on Bitcoin. Let's take a look at gold. Thanks for the question, Aman. Let's see. All right, let's go and take a look at gold, and we've took a look at this many times. I got an alert at 1930. That could be your support that you're looking for. That is the 61.8 extension on the fib. The 61.8 fib line, not the extension. You have the 100-week moving average is kind of hovering. So not the best place to short here. Let's go to the the daily. Here we are. And the daily, we're still above the, let's see where, it kind of deleted on me. There you go, right above the 100 daily MA moving average. So kind of tough. I think if we start breaking below 1930, we can start having the conversation of going short. We have traded gold before on futures. So again, nothing new to us. We'll see if we get that. But again, that is my alert for that. If we start getting above 1968, maybe that's the 20-day. And then see if we can target again 2000. But really, you're looking for 1985 for 2000. So we need to get above back there. Let's call it 1985. That's a good year of my birth. 1985 is the level we're looking for more upside. 1929 for a downside break on gold. So we'll be keeping our eye on that. So euro dollar, we got that. Let's see, Nike. I was tweeting about that yesterday like crazy. I'm long on Nike. Let's go to the daily. We got a settlement now. We are now above the 200-day moving average. We got a couple of gaps here. These are 1 hour gaps, so ignore those at least for the time being. But for the daily, we got 121.78. As long as we stay above the 200-day moving average, again, the 200-day moving average is 112.33. That's kind of be your pivot point moving forward in terms of Nike. If we're looking at filling some short-term gaps, you have one at 114.72. And then you have one on the daily chart. I think this is a daily candle. Daily gap. Yeah, right here. 116.84 as well on the daily. And then you have one at 121.77. We can kind of use Nike as our Palantir. And Palantir is something that we've been hitting for a while. So again, we know our chart. We have a roadmap. We just hit calls on the way up. If we get pullbacks, we'll go ahead and buy the dip as long as support is held. Speaking of Palantir, I want everyone to place an alert at 1630. You're not going to get that today probably, but that's okay. We're looking for 1630 to target around 1781. Once we get there, it's the complete journey until 2398. $20 a share seems to be about right for the next target, about 18 to 20, at least for the summer. Is it enough to buy shares of? Yeah, you'll get a nice amount, but I think playing upside calls is definitely the more control and the better ROI moving forward, since we're going to be using just momentum to play this. So again, 1630 on Palantir. That's what I'm looking for. That's on my watch list, and it will be on my watch list this weekend. So that's where we are, guys. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Again, we're getting a little bit of a bounce here on NASDAQ and the like and S&P. Let's make it a great trading day. Remember, all dips are opportunities. It doesn't mean buy every dip. I wrote this here as well, so I really want you guys to remember this. Again, pullbacks are to be welcome. Dips are opportunities. Opportunities don't mean run and buy every single dip. It means get to the charts, do your homework, and find ways to profit from it. That's what we mean. So again, we want dips. We want opportunities. So if you see the stock market red, you need to be saying to yourself, good, I have an opportunity. Keep going up. That's a problem. It starts getting a little difficult to keep playing upside when you keep going higher. Very difficult. Should we dump or dump? Dump QQQ. Again, this is the QQQ calls I have. No. We haven't opened A. And B, it's for Friday. Let's give it some time. Remember yesterday? Yesterday on Wednesday, everyone thought that we were going to melt down right around 360.45. No, didn't happen. I don't see this as bearish on any aspect. To be honest, let's go ahead and take a look at Qs before we end the day. I don't see that this is bearish on NQ. Even on the hourly chart, that's not exactly bearish. I mean, you're still hitting your head on the top end of resistance. So we know where we're going, and we're going to be patient, and we're going to wait. Just like Caterpillar, that took forever, and that thing hit bags. Same thing. It takes time. So yesterday we were up 34%. But again, remember when we had Caterpillar and we took it for like 30% because we weren't sure and we wanted to be safe for CPI? We were planning to hold that, but because of CPI, we didn't hold and we took some profits. And what happened? It soared the next day. So this time I stuck to the analysis and I said, okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and hold and we're going to see where we're going to get. So it's kind of like a damned if you do, damned if you don't, because if I would have closed this yesterday and NASDAQ would have hit 375, not everyone would be happy. So it's kind of a balancing act, Yasha. Take your time. We'll get there. Don't feel too bad. I thought we would get a gap up today. That's true. But we did not get that. So again, we're going to adjust accordingly moving forward and see what we get. Have a great rest of your day, guys. I will see you on the Discord later today. Or actually, I'll be on the Discord talking on the blog and seeing what the next opportunities are coming up. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Cheers.